Hello. So I got a weird question for you today. Do you have a designated cheese drawer in your fridge? I thought that was a thing. I thought that's what the little drawer was for. You have your veggie drawer and your meat drawer, and then there's that little drawer. And that's a cheese drawer, isn't it? Like, I think they would print cheese drawer on it, but they don't want to, have to print it in 8 languages. Do you have a cheese drawer? We have a cheese drawer, totally designated for cheese. And when it starts to get low, then I know I need cheese, because cheese is a food group all by itself. It goes with everything. So this started because my daughter and I were talking about how her boyfriend didn't know that it was an actual thing to have a cheese drawer. And somebody else was like, that's not a thing. It's like, yeah, it's a thing to have a cheese drawer. It's designated. You can put cream cheese in there if you need to. But it's specifically like the Gouda, the mozzarella, the jalapeno, pepper jack, the Swiss, the cheddar, the sharp cheddar, all the cheeses. They go in the cheese drawer. Yeah, we have a cheese drawer. We've always had a cheese drawer. Sometimes depending on the fridge we had, it was a meat and cheese drawer. So it was lunch meat and cheese, because we didn't have 3 drawers, we had 2. So then it was a meat and cheese drawer. You see what I'm saying? But you always have a cheese drawer. Always. Gotta have that cheese drawer. I thought that was a thing. I guess it's not a thing. Is it a thing? Is it something in your house? You have a cheese drawer. Yeah. But anyway, enough with the cheese. It's just making me hungry. Today we are still on the summer soap series, and this one is called Tropical Vacation. It is super fun. It is an alcohol soap. It's got the grapefruit shandy in it, and it also has a melt and pour embed throughout and on top, and it's kind of super cool. I might have to show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean, but I'll show you what it does when you hold it up to the light. It's kind of cool. I love the melt and pour embeds because they just change. And actually, so then because it's got the melt and pour embed, does that make it a hybrid soap? Or is it a hybrid when the melt and pour is like poured throughout randomly? I don't know, because it's just an embed, right? But this one was fun. It smells pretty good. I hope it cures good. That's my thing. I hope it cures good. So the scent, because the profiles can change. It's amazing what 4 to 6 weeks can do to a soap. Like the changes it goes through. Yeah. It's like after you have a baby, and the changes you go through after that baby's born, Okay. Sorry. That's the only analogy I could think of, but I'm sure there's tons. But anyway, 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. And I really need this tropical vacation. And to the soap. Oh, I don't know why I make my life like more complicated than it needs to be. Don't you find that sometimes the biggest roadblock is yourself? I kind of feel that way sometimes. Okay, so this soap, should have been talking more about the soap. Just barely add emulsion, okay? And then we're adding the fragrance oil, which is Tropical Vacation by Wholesale Supplies Plus. I'm going to, it smells good from the bottle. Like, the reviews were iffy, but they were old, okay? This is an alcohol soap that is grapefruit shandy, and I am adding it at trace. Emulsion, whatever, right? That is just the easiest way for me to incorporate wines, and look how thick that is, and alcohols. My oils were so cold, you guys. They were so cold. It was so funny. This does have palm oil in it, but only at like 10%. And then all the other doodads with it. Okay, we are pouring this off into a yellow, a green, and a blue. It is Love of Sunshine, Green Vibrance, and Mermaid Blue. Okay. And then there is also that one right there. It has Gold Sparkle in it. That is my base. Okay. That is my base. And I confused here for a sec. Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, wait a minute. I didn't add my pumice powder. That's right, because I almost forgot. Yes. So the sand part of this tropical vacation has pumice powder. So one side you can do your feet or your your calves, or and it gives you that little exfoliation. I love pumice powder and soap. Not to the lava extent of pumice powder, if you remember the old green lava soap. Not to that extent, but a nice light exfoliation of it. Yeah, my green was so thick it was like, I don't know if I just poured off most of the palm oil in there or what. It was cold. It was cold in my house anyway, and they sat there and solidified a little bit. I don't know why you have to melt them together anyway. That's just a thought, because I know I've seen soapers where they're like, you have to melt the oils together, and I'm like, why? If you do a heat transfer, you could do that with the hard oils, and then the soft oils, just pour it in there, and pretty sure it will make soap. Okay, we're doing a bowl swirl. Sorry. Ugh, frog. Bowl swirl. There's only like an ounce or so, ounce and a half of the yellow. I just wanted something to like just bring it like where the sun's glistening off the water or something crazy like that. Just a beautiful tropical water. I've never been in the tropics, so it's a little hard. So my plan for this is not to make it straight, okay? That is melt and pour in a column mold shaped like a star. My little baby starfish. I think he'll be cute. I hope he'll be cute. It was just a smidge big from a mold. But, so I want to keep him to the one side and then try and bring the sand, over him. But it was so liquid. I don't know what it is with me and these liquid soaps lately, you guys. I'm not trying to do it. It's just happening. I don't know. But it's great on some things, and some things it's like, ooh, And maybe here I should have left the sand like go all the way up, so it would look like a bigger. But I didn't want to. I wanted the water to come across the top, because it would decorate in the top a little bit, not piping or anything, just decorating. I do like the colors. Remember I said I was going to do something with that Green Vibrance and Mermaid Blue, and not quite what I was thinking, but still, I think the yellow was a stroke of genius on my own part. No. It just gave it a little bit more texture than just the blue and the green. Does that make sense? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That the grapefruit shandy, just to say this really quick, that was part of my total water count. Okay? You understand that, right? If you have 8 ounces of water, that's what the calculator tells you. I just did enough to dissolve. I did a 1-to-1 to dissolve my sodium hydroxide, and then the rest was grapefruit shandy. So it's not extra water, it's part of the water calculation. I'm sure you know that. So I was trying to make waves. I wanted to make waves. Like, to show little waves. And then I had these cute little stars left over from my column mold. What was that colored with? Oh, Always a Bridesmaid by Man Micas. That was the mica. Always a Bridesmaid. Tried to get them in there evenly. And then I have these shells. Like, when I was a kid and I'd go to rock shows with my grandpa and grandma, I would, well, of course I would con them out of something, you know. But I know there was a couple times, I don't know how many times we went, because I went quite a lot. But I know there's a couple times I conned them out of a set of shells. So it was this, like, one, you know, they're in, like, this tiny basket, and then there's all these different shells. And so I was like, this needs a shell. It's got the starfish, and it needs a shell. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he sunk. I fixed him. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic. We saved him. Let's wipe him off and put him back in there. Yeah. I don't know how people do that. Like, that one girl, she can do, like, tons of soaps, and she's got lots of embeds, and they're all lined up gorgeously. You know, so each soap gets, like, 3 or 4 embeds sometimes. It's like, wow. It's stressful lining those things up. So after it got C-popped and gelled, and I was pretty impressed with it was nice and solid and pretty and shiny, but I didn't have any soda ash on it. I was so proud of myself. Taking a little more care. So the star is actually, if you hold it up to the sunlight, because it's melt and pour, it actually shines through the soap, which is kind of funny, but that's just melt and pour, you know, guys. I kind of hope it gets a little craggly, so it looks like a starfish, but we'll see. You know, like, because sometimes when glycerin soaps dry up so much, they get a little craggly, but I don't think it will, because it's not that high of a glycerin. This did not get C-popped. I lied. This did not get C-popped and gelled. It did not. What did go in there? I can't remember. Oops. No, this got sprayed heavily and sat on the counter in the box wrapped in a towel. Nice and cozy in the sun, in the window. So that it would, yeah. I really like the waves. Don't you like the sand, the beach, and the waves? Yeah. I don't know what I did. I cut something wrong. But I thought it was really cool. I thought they're really pretty. What do you think? Here are the fragrance notes. And no, it does not smell like a pina colada. I'm sorry. Here's what I meant about the melt and pour. It's kind of got a see-through texture in the cold processed soap. But there you go. Tropical vacation. Do I ever need one? I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.